Good morning everyone. 29th April 2022. Let's see which are the important articles. Okay, so not many articles relevant to our examination, but yes, from mains perspective, some good issues are discussed, new issues we can say. So we have to understand them, we will deal with them. So look at the first page, 5G service rollout likely in August, September. So in this union budget also our finance minister had given this intimation that this year we will roll out 5G services. Okay, we were waiting for some of the guidelines from TRAI, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, and after that we will roll out this 5G service. Okay, so we will have follow up on this. You should also know that the recent let's say issue that happened in US, in the US airports, when these 5G services were rolled out, and there was some kind of frequency conflict between 5G services and the frequency which is used by aeroplanes. ठीक है, जो एयर ट्रैफिक कंट्रोलर और उनके कम्युनिकेशन में जो फ्रीक्वेंसी यूज होता है, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट मेनी एयरलाइंस कैंसल्ड देयर फ्लाइट एट दैट टाइम. So we discussed that during the Hindu newspaper analysis. So you should be knowing about these issues, 5G related जो issues है वो. Fine. Now come to page number 6, editorial page directly. Revisiting death penalty jurisprudence. Okay, this article is relevant. Recently, in this week, previously we talked about one Supreme Court view regarding death penalty. What was that? Anyone remembering this? If you remember, we talked about reformative justice related to awarding death penalty. Many times what happens, the trial courts, they have some kind of urgency to declare or give death penalty to the convicts, without understanding the background of the convict, the social, economic, the psychological background, social aspects related to his upbringing, all these aspects are not that much taken into consideration. So our CJI had expressed this view that there should be some kind of mechanism, established mechanism, so that these trial courts or judges in trial courts, they take informed decision, so that reformative justice aspect is also taken into consideration. With that context, this article is written about death penalty jurisprudence, and the article is explaining how Bachchan Singh versus State of Punjab 1980 Supreme Court Constitution Bench judgment is relevant here in this aspect. In that particular case, the Supreme Court had said that the death penalty should be awarded in the rarest of the rare case, and the reformative aspect was to be considered. But later on, even the Supreme Court benches, Supreme Court we can say has not used its judgment in letter and spirit consistently, we can say. ठीक है, so in that particular judgment it was not declared unconstitutional. ये एक aspect यहाँ पे discuss किया गया है. Okay, and yes, many countries in the world, they have declared this as unconstitutional and they have eliminated this practice from the law. ठीक है, तो वो सारे aspect यहाँ पे discuss किए हैं. So in general, we will also try to find out what are the arguments in favor of the death penalty, arguments against also. ठीक है, this is very common, we can say, issue. Many times it is in news. In public administration optional subject also, there can be question regarding this. On left hand side, editorial in haste. Okay, so here the context is emergency use authorization to two such vaccines given recently by health ministry और ड्रग रेगुलेटर. ठीक है, तो ये कॉन्टेक्स्ट लेके उन्होंने आर्टिकल लिखा है दैट द सच काइंड ऑफ इमरजेंसी यूज अप्रूवल वाज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. वी नीडेड टू हैव सम काइंड ऑफ साइंटिफिक डेटा ऑन द वैक्सीन्स हियर. At the same time, the children are most protected against, we can say, COVID-19 severe disease, and the seroprevalence had also suggested the amount of antibodies are already present among the children, majority of the children. So such kind of hasty decision was not required. It is not evidence based policy making. ठीक है. So on one hand government promotes, or let's say Niti Aayog promotes evidence based policy making, and on the other hand such unscientific decisions are taken. ठीक है, तो वो एस्पेक्ट यहाँ पे कवर किया है. सो विल डिस्कस दैट एस्पेक्ट ऑन पेज नंबर 7. इंपॉर्टेंट आर्टिकल इज देयर. आर फ्रीबीज अफेक्टिंग द इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ ऑफ इंडिया? In one of the interview with 2 experts, so their views are expressed here. So the context here is there are many state governments providing freebies in terms of different aspect, be it in terms of like पंजाब गवर्नमेंट ने जो अनाउंस किया है कि 200 या 300 जो उनके यूनिट्स हो गए वो माफ़ किए जाएंगे ऑल टुगेदर. इलेक्ट्रिसिटी यूनिट्स in different forms state governments gives some kind of subsidies, like for example जहाँ पे लोन वेवर दिया जाता है टू द फार्मर्स, और इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जो है माफ़ किया जाता है उसका बिल जो है. सम मेनी टाइम्स लेट्स से एडिशनल सब्सिडीज आर गिवन, डायरेक्ट और इनडायरेक्ट सब्सिडीज टू डिफरेंट लेट्स से सेक्शंस. तो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर हो या फिर डिफरेंट कॉरपोरेशंस हो, उनको टैक्सेस में सब्सिडीज दी जाती है. So all these aspects, whether they are resulting into or affecting economic growth, whether it is good economic practice, so all these aspects are discussed here. Okay, so from GS3 paper economy part, GS2 paper polity part, both are important and relevant here. We are expecting question on this. Okay, fine. On page number 9, bottom side, there is one daily quiz, and the quiz is related to dance forms in India. As we are celebrating 40th International Dance Day on 29th April, some of the good questions are asked in that quiz, which is directly relevant to our art and culture part of prelims examination. So we will try to solve all these questions. ठीक है? Yes. Yes, on page number 10, India Bangladesh discuss high level visits. Okay, so our external affairs minister is on the, let's say, visit of Bangladesh, and later he is going to visit Bhutan. Okay, so some of the important points have been discussed there, although the outcome of this visit is not in public domain, and when it is in public domain we will discuss that. So we are having the follow up in IR section. तो क्या क्या डेवलपमेंट्स होते हैं उसको हमेशा नोट डाउन करते रहना है. वन पर्टिकुलर एस्पेक्ट इज मेंशन देयर रिगार्डिंग लेट्स से रैपिड एक्शन बटालियन, एंड लेट्स से देयर आर सम एलिगेशंस ऑन दिस रैपिड एक्शन बटालियन ऑफ बांग्लादेश फॉर द एक्सेसेस, एक्स्ट्रा जुडिशियल किलिंग्स, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट US had sanctions on Bangladesh because of this human rights violations. So Bangladesh had requested, ठीक है, यहाँ पे दिया नहीं है ओपनली, बट ऐसा बोल रहे कि उन्होंने रिक्वेस्ट किया इंडिया को कि इंडिया ने रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहिए यूएस को कि ये हटाए सैंक्शंस. ठीक है, सो लेट्स सी व्हाट हैपेंस इन फ्यूचर. Okay, so on page number 11, all news is related to political news. ठीक है. See, on page number 12, Centre's employment survey finds addition of 4 lakh jobs. We are talking about Employment Ministry's third quarterly employment survey. क्वार्टरली एम्प्लॉयमेंट सर्वे. सो लेटेस्ट डेटा जो होता है हम जो हमारे एग्जामिनेशन में यूज़ करते हैं, मेंस एग्जामिनेशन, सो यू शुड यूज़ लेटेस्ट डेटा एंड दैट टू रिलीज्ड बाय गवर्नमेंट एजेंसीज. ओके, सो 9 sectors account for 85% of total employment in India. Which are these 9 sectors that is given in that table or chart? Okay, so ठीक है, आप ये डेटा आप देख लेना, नोट डाउन कर लेना आपकी डेटा बुक में. हाँ, ये टॉपिक मुझे लेना था. न्यूज़ जो है, सेंटर रीइंस्टेट जम्मू एंड कश्मीर IAS ऑफिसर शाह फैजल. ओके, सो 2010 ऑल इंडिया टॉपर. लेटर ऑन ही रिजाइंड, he formed one political party. After 1 year, then some kind of fallout happened. He could not succeed in the political life. और एक तरीके से उन्होंने खुद ही वो एक्सेप्ट किया है उनका फेलियर. एंड द गवर्नमेंट एट दैट टाइम डिड नॉट एक्सेप्ट द रेजिग्नेशन. ठीक है, उसको पेंडिंग रखा था उन्होंने, और अभी उनको फिर से रीइंस्टेट किया है. सी यूपीएससी में ऑल इंडिया रैंक 1 आना, और उसके बाद में ऐसे डिसीजंस लेना, उसके बाद में वापस से गवर्नमेंट में आना, ठीक है, टू सम एक्सटेंट इट इज़ नॉट गुड डिसीजन मेकिंग. Okay, although we can understand there are some kind of emotions attached to our home state, and there are problems. Okay, हम देखते हैं जम्मू कश्मीर में क्या problems है, ज़रूर है, and he is from that state, and he is having good qualities. देखा जाए तो he had worked in journalism, ठीक है, तो कहीं ना कहीं वो अच्छा काम सर्विस में रह के भी कर सकते. Okay, and now we can expect that he will do good work. जैसे पहले 4-5 साल में उन्होंने काफ़ी अच्छा काम किया था, ठीक है, being IAS officer. So we can expect that thing also. Second thing is that you are going to be IAS officers, and you also need to understand that why you have taken this decision to join civil services. ठीक है, आप अगले 30 साल का सोचिए. ओके, 5-10 साल में आप डिसीजन चेंज करना इज नॉट गुड फॉर गवर्नमेंट ऑल्सो. सी, गवर्नमेंट इन्वेस्ट लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स ऑन यू. जैसे आपका 2-3 साल का ट्रेनिंग होता है, उसके बाद में आपका मतलब काफ़ी इन्वेस्टमेंट होता है गवर्नमेंट का टू बिल्ड यू एज अ सिविल सर्वेंट, IAS ऑफिसर. एंड देन आफ्टर दैट इफ you डाइवर्ट योर सेल्फ और रिजाइन फ्रॉम द सर्विस, इट इज़ लॉस टू द गवर्नमेंट, इट इज़ लॉस टू द नेशन. ठीक है, क्योंकि आप इतना इम्पोर्टेंट एग्जाम देते हो, उसमें आप सक्सीड करते हो, एंड दैट सच काइंड ऑफ वोलाटाइल डिसीजन मेकिंग इज नॉट गुड. ऑल्दो वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड हिज डिसीजंस, द बैकग्राउंड, एट द सेम टाइम द काइंड ऑफ लेट्स से न्यू इनिशिएटिव ही कुड हैव डन इवन इन द पॉलिटिकल स्फीयर, अगर लॉन्ग टर्म में देखा जाए तो. बट उन्होंने इमीडिएटली डिसीजन चेंज किया. वी डोंट अंडरस्टैंड वाई एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स, वो हमें पता नहीं है क्या हुआ है. बट यस, यू शुड बी डिटरमाइंड. मेरा ये कहना था यहाँ पर कि दैट यू शुड बी डिटरमाइंड टू सर्व द कंट्री इन एनी प्लेटफॉर्म, बट द प्लेटफॉर्म यू हैव चोजन, ठीक है, उस पर आपको थोड़ा सा कॉन्स्टेंट रहना है, बिकॉज देयर विल बी सो मेनी चैलेंजेस, बट द गुड थिंग्स आर so many good things. आप जब काम करते हैं उसका जो इम्पैक्ट है इट इज़ मैनीफोल्ड्स. ओके, सो ठीक है, जब हमने प्रिपरेशन शुरू किया था, सो ही वॉज आवर रोल मॉडल. ठीक है, उसी साल हमने प्रिपरेशन समझो शुरू किया था, उसके अगले साल, एंड ही वॉज टॉपर फ्रॉम जम्मू एंड कश्मीर. फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में उन्होंने क्लियर किया था, तो काफ़ी मतलब मोटिवेशन था उस टाइम पे सारे स्टूडेंट्स को. हाँ, यस, मेडिकल बैकग्राउंड से भी थे. ओके, यस. आर फ्रीबीज अफेक्टिंग द इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ ऑफ इंडिया? सो द कॉन्टेक्स्ट हियर इज दैट 15th फिनांस कमीशन चेयरमैन NK Singh, he had given one view in one of the address in let's say Delhi College. So he said that the freebies which are given by the state governments, these freebies are affecting the fiscal positions, fiscal stability of these states, and it is not good for overall economic growth of the country. This is the view expressed, and some of the controversial statements were also given, like the poverty in India has reduced a lot under present government dispensation. ये जो उन्होंने एक statement दिए है, being head of constitutional body, such kind of statements are not expected. ठीक है, तो वो हम इतना ध्यान नहीं देंगे. बट यस, इज देयर अ ट्रेंड ऑफ डिटोरिएशन ऑफ फाइनेंशियल सिचुएशन ऑफ स्टेट्स? आर फ्रीबीज द रीजन फॉर इट? लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड दैट. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, यू शुड नो व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय फ्रीबी. Okay, many times students get confused here, because freebies are not completely freebies also. There are different types of freebies. One, we can say it is completely free of cost, and one in terms of some kind of subsidies. we can say, or subsidized rates, such kind of goods and services are given by the government. Now, these freebies are given, first of all, you should know, as a part of welfare state. Okay, there are some kind of political mandates. So the political party, before coming into the power, it has a manifesto, and in that manifesto they talk about such kind of, you know, freebies, and then after coming to the power they needs to be provided. ठीक है, तो एक political mandate भी होता है, and of course they have done some kind of mathematics, no, कि कैसे देंगे, कैसे revenue generate करेंगे, all these aspects. Yes, second thing one should understand, if we are talking from the prudent economics perspective, okay, there is concept of, we can say, fiscal deficit, and in India we have this FRBM Act 2003. According to this Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act, the state governments along with central government are supposed to reduce this fiscal deposit to less than 3% of the GDP. Okay, and the experts are of the view that majority of the states have adhered to this fiscal deficit. Rather, they let's say says that central government is not able to manage the fiscal deficit comparatively. Second thing, they are talking about debt to GDP ratio, and majority of the states are having we can say very good debt to GDP ratio, around 30%. Again, the central government, its position is not good regarding this debt to GDP ratio. Okay, so financial situation of states is good. Some of the states are facing problems. Why they are facing problem? First of all, we should understand that giving freebies, although it affects, we can say, fiscal health of the government, but it is not always related to expenditure, but also related to revenue generation. Because fiscal deficit क्या होता है? Expenditure minus revenue. So we are giving out freebies with मतलब expenditure ज़्यादा करना. But what about revenue? Basically, there is revenue loss in recent times, especially after GST reforms. Some of the states lost its revenue, and the government, central government had committed कि आपको वो losses repay किए जाएंगे, but let's say in given time it was not repaid. Okay, so this aspect one should understand, that many of the states lost their revenue generation abilities, and because of that also fiscal stability is affected. Okay, so this is how we should understand, and freebies is not the only reason. Even if suppose there is a fiscal instability in some of the states. Okay, then yes, NK Singh claims that poverty reduction has accelerated under the Modi government. How much of this is due to growth versus welfare measure taken by the center? ठीक है, तो some of the datas let's say are given here. Writers of the view that, पहले तो आपको ये पता होना चाहिए, poverty estimation in India last done in 2011-12. After that there is no official data regarding poverty. First thing. So how this let's say statement is given, poverty reduction accelerated under present government after 2014. Okay, so on the basis of which data, it is not clear. Rather, it is being said that the kind of economic inequality that has increased, it is quite clear from some of the private surveys by private agencies, even World Bank and IMF. Okay, it is well accepted fact. Economic inequality has increased, and because of that we can understand poverty जो है वो बड़ा ही होगा. Second aspect, we should understand that if suppose we are talking about economic growth trickle downs and leads to reduction in poverty, then to some extent we can say that the under present government let's say rule, poverty may have come down, because there has been substantial higher rates of economic growth सिंस 2014. हमने देखा है कि यूपीए 2 का रूल जो था 2008 फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस एंड आफ्टर दैट द इम्पैक्ट सिंस अप टिल 2013 काफ़ी इम्पैक्ट रहा है. एंड देयर आफ्टर प्रेजेंट गवर्नमेंट हैड टेकन सर्टन रिफॉर्म्स. वहाँ पे उन्होंने जो है rationalization of centrally sponsored schemes is there. Then there is Niti Aayog. Then there are, let's say, 14th Finance Commission के recommendations जो थे, बहुत सारे fiscal reforms उन्होंने introduce किए. And then there was demonetization, GST reforms. And because of that, to some extent, the fiscal health along with economic growth both improved. Okay, to some extent. But recently जो देख रहे हैं हम 2017-18 से फिर से इकोनॉमिक डाउनटर्न था and then pandemic. Okay, so this is the situation. But if we are specifically talking about growth, तो उसकी वजह से poverty ज़रूर कम हुआ होगा. But yes, welfare measures are taken by the center largely in, we can say, centrally sponsored scheme and central sector scheme. सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट जो है डायरेक्टली फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट फी भी नहीं देता है. दैट एस्पेक्ट वी शुड अंडरस्टैंड. ओके, रादर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट फोकसेस ऑन कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग. ओके, कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग एंड द स्कीम्स द गवर्नमेंट, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट इज इंप्लीमेंटिंग, फॉर एग्जांपल MG नरेगा इज देयर, और इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट PDS, such kind of schemes, they actually strengthen economic growth. How? Because they are strengthening the human resource. They are saving the people from falling into the poverty. Okay, so overall it is contributing to long-term economic growth as well as investment in health and education. So that is also important, we can say, welfare measure taken by the central government. So to some extent, because of welfare measure as well as growth, poverty may have reduced, although we do not have exact data कितना कम हुआ है. ठीक है? Yes. Now finally, what proportion of spending by state is productive rather than aimed simply at gaining votes? Now we cannot always say this much proportion is there. तो वहाँ पे कुछ फिक्स नहीं है, और states to states it varies. Some of the southern states, they give lot of freebies also, especially kind of freebies which are given just before election. They are questionable, and election commission takes decision regarding this. Okay, second thing we should understand here, that those freebies which are directly on or given on the basis of populist measures without considering the economics behind it, the welfare aspect, the outcome aspect of those measures, so they are not good. Okay, if like for example the writer is saying here, experts are saying, for example, let's say the electricity waiver or simply power subsidies. To farmers. Now on face value or on face side, we can say that such kind of power subsidy help farmers, but there are negative externalities. For example, it leads to excessive exploitation of groundwater. Then there is excessive over irrigation also. Because of that, soil productivity reduces. Wastage of electricity is also there.
They on the motor and they
forget the faulty types of irrigation methods, flood irrigation जिसको बोलते हैं, इसकी वजह से प्रॉब्लम होता है. और ये देखते हैं हम पंजाब में ही ज़्यादा होता है, right? And in Punjab itself, the government is announcing such kind of freebies. So they have negative externalities. Also, one should understand that freebies should not be given all together to all types of people, especially those who are well off. वहाँ पे freebies देने का कोई मतलब मोटिव नहीं है. It is not kind of welfare. Welfare state or welfare function is for protecting vulnerable sections, poor sections of society, not well off. Okay, so that part which is going to those well off sections of society is not, we can say, appropriate, we can say, government measures. So you can say or write like this, that whenever we talk about freebies, some of the freebies are important to protect the vulnerable sections, and it is part of welfare state function of the government. But many times such freebies on the basis of populist policies, they are not good, they are having negative externalities. You can give some example. Also loan waiver, you can give this example also. It is not good economics. Okay, so once or twice is fine, because there can be drought year, and let's say there is large scale there is crop failure. So at that time loan waiver is fine. But some state governments, they tend to give loan waiver continuously for 2-3 years. This creates a moral hazard. ये word use करना है आंसर. Moral hazard among the farmers. They tend to depend on the government, कि government will have the loan waiver in next year. They do not invest in the agriculture. Okay, तो ये भी आप example वहाँ पे लिख सकते हैं. Such kind of freebies are not good. Yes, so further in editorial discussion lecture this week we are going to discuss this topic in detail. So there we will talk further in detail. Next, revisiting death penalty jurisprudence. Okay, now this article is important from GS2 paper polity part, also public administration optional subject. Now why in news? Because recently Chief Justice of India had said that trial court judges tend to award death penalty in haste after convicting the person, without understanding the background of that person, without understanding the circumstances in which the person has done the crime. All these aspects are important when we talk about reformative justice system. Okay, so that is the context. Why in news? Okay, now let's go in detail. Section 354 in the Code of Criminal Procedure talks about the judges, while awarding death penalty, are supposed to give specific reasons for this purpose. Specific reasons. And these reasons should be reasonable enough to award the death penalty. So ये आपको कुछ legal provisions भी पता होने चाहिए. Going back to 1980, Supreme Court had taken a very progressive decision in Bachchan Singh versus State of Punjab case. The progressive decision, let's say, why we are saying progressive, because it talked about, let's say, awarding death penalty in rarest of the rare case. And also when there is no appropriate alternative, let's say, punishment is not available. ठीक है, तो उसी टाइम पे डेथ पेनल्टी देनी चाहिए, ऐसा उस केस में बोला था. यू नीड टू राइट इन योर आंसर अबाउट दिस केस. बट हियर आफ्टर 1980, Supreme Court as well as High Courts, they have not taken the, let's say, decisions in many cases on the basis of this judgment. Rather, many cases after 1980, they reverted the essence of this judgment. Okay. So that's why we should understand. Also, many times what happens in this particular judgment, it was not declared as unconstitutional. Death penalty in India was not declared as unconstitutional. That means it was held as constitutional. ठीक है? It was held as constitutional, and this particular provision was overused and misused in India. Okay, so simply we should understand, for example, one of the case is given in this article which talks about sedition law. Section 124A. Section 124A of IPC, and this particular section talks about sedition law. Now up till now, through various judgment, Supreme Court had said that it is not unconstitutional. It is constitutional. Now Supreme Court is listening to petitions. We yesterday talked about this. On 5th of May, it is going to hear the cases regarding this. And when the Supreme Court said that it is not unconstitutional, executive misuses this provision from time to time. Like for example, many times when the people criticize the government policies or even some of the statements on the online platform, उसके बाद immediately उनको arrest किया जाता है, उनके against cases file किए जाते हैं under this law. Same thing we can say that such a death penalty has been, overused or misused even by the judiciary itself. ठीक है, क्योंकि it was not declared unconstitutional. Okay. Now, who are affecting because of this? The poor are most affected. Okay, so one should know on the basis of certain data, we can clearly say that those death convicts largely belong to poor strata of society, lower strata of society. And why? Because they do not have legal assistance. Those who are providing legal assistance also, they do not take certain measures to reduce their death penalty to at least life sentence or lower, we can say, sentence. Okay, so because of this also poor people are largely convicted for this death penalty. Fine, so ये भी aspect उसमें add करना है. Also international facts, amnesty report जो है 2021 का, according to that 108 nations have abolished death penalty in law, 144 countries have done so in law or practice also. Even if, let's say, suppose there is in law but in practice they are not awarding death penalty. Okay, so India being, let's say, the country which promotes, let's say, progressive values, or let's say even the judiciary has taken the wider interpretation of Article 21, right to life and personal liberty, but this aspect is yet to be covered. If in future suppose Supreme Court declares it as unconstitutional, then it will be under Article 21. Okay, so personal liberty aspect, right to life and personal liberty aspect, that needs to be understood. Now you tell me, what are the arguments in favor of death penalty?
In favor, deterrence.
Okay, deterrence. Then
There is no other substitute other than giving death penalty to the person. After taking reformative actions also,
Retribution. Yes.
retribution,
Yes.
मतलब हाँ, जो मतलब उसने गलती की है तो उसको पनिशमेंट मिलनी चाहिए, प्रोपोर्शनेट जिसको बोलते हैं ना, देन ओनली वी कैन से दैट जस्टिस इज बीइंग डन. तो उसको रिट्रीब्यूटिव जस्टिस जिसको हम बोलते हैं. ओके, सो इन फेवर ऑफ दैट, देन वी कैन ऑल्सो से दैट दोज हु आर विक्टिम्स एंड हाउ दे विल फील दैट जस्टिस इज बीइंग डन only after awarding the appropriate punishment to the convict here. Okay, so then deterrence, first of all you should write about that deterrence also, because many of these severe crimes, serious crimes, जो sexual assault हो या फिर जो भी criminal aspects जिसमें involved होते हैं, okay, so those needs to be deterred. Okay, because in general from the moral aspect, when we talk about human nature, it is a kind of a selfish nature जिसको हम बोलते हैं कि it is not largely moral, जैसे थॉमस हॉब्स बोलते हैं, ठीक है, या कौटिल्य बोलता है. so there is requirement of punishment to deter the violation of law. ठीक है, लॉ का एक रिस्पेक्ट होना चाहिए ना कंट्री में, उसकी वजह से भी हम बोल सकते हैं कि ये ज़रूरी है. so as to ensure the harmony in the society, rule of law in the country, these are arguments in the favor. If tomorrow people get to know that even after doing certain crime they will not be awarded death penalty or severe crime, let's say punishment, then it is going to result into some kind of we can say wrong behavior. ये wrong message जाता है society में, ठीक है. so these are arguments in favor. now what are the arguments against?
Right to life, sir. Like Mahatma Gandhi said that we don't have right to take anybody's life.
ओके, महात्मा गांधी, और दिस इज़ क्रिश्चियन फिलोसॉफी लार्जली, जो हम बोलते हैं कि राइट टू लाइफ इज़ ऑल्सो राइट टू डेथ जो होता है ना, या फिर हम बोलते हैं लाइफ जो होती है, बेसिकली इट इज़ गिवन बाय गॉड एंड वी कैनॉट टेक इट आर्टिफिशियली. तो ह्यूमन नहीं लाइफ ले सकता है किसी और का, ये क्रिश्चियन फिलोसॉफी है. ओके, सो इन जनरल वी कैन से दैट जो ये भी एक आर्गुमेंट उसमें लिख सकते हैं, बट द मेजर आर्गुमेंट यू शुड राइट हियर इज इट इज़ लैकिंग रिफॉर्मेटिव जस्टिस, द स्कोप ऑफ रिफॉर्मेटिव जस्टिस, पहले वो लिखना चाहिए. दैट मीन्स particular person may have done a particular crime due to specific circumstances, specific background, specific physical or mental health condition. A socialization of that person may be wrong, जिसलिए तो हम juvenile justice अलग से रखते हैं, because there is huge scope of reform. So even in the life of other person also there is scope of reform, and that needs to be addressed, taken into consideration while awarding punishment. ये discussion उसी से related है. Okay, so first you write about this. Then human error in the judgment. Okay, even judges are supposed to make mistake. They are human. Okay, and if suppose judge is awarding death penalty as we can say as an error in the judgment, तो वो सही नहीं होगा. ठीक है. And if suppose after awarding death penalty, after hanging that person, later on if suppose we come to know that was wrong judgment, so it is irreversible, right? So that argument also you can write against this. Again then you can bring Gandhi ji here, then eye for eye. ठीक है. गांधी जी ने भी रिफॉर्मिस्ट अप्रोच रखा था यहाँ पे. ही सेड दैट वन शुड ऑलवेज फोकस ऑन क्राइम एंड नॉट द क्रिमिनल. ठीक है. क्राइम को एलिमिनेट करो, क्रिमिनल को एलिमिनेट नहीं करना है. क्रिमिनल को चेंज किया जा सकता है, चेंज ऑफ हार्ट जो कॉन्सेप्ट उन्होंने बोला था. तो एंड में क्या लिखोगे फिर? ठीक है. यस, सो रेयरेस्ट ऑफ द रेयर केसेस में ही डेथ पेनल्टी देनी चाहिए. जैसे इंडिया में भी आफ्टर अमेंडिंग क्रिमिनल लॉ इन 2013, आफ्टर लेट्स से दैट ब्रूटल निर्भया इंसिडेंट. Okay, so even Justice Verma committee had recommended that. On the basis of that, criminal law was amended, and rarest of the rare case, you should remember that even after that incident, Justice Verma committee recommendations or that report had reformative aspects in the mind. उन्होंने भी डेथ पेनल्टी को सिर्फ रेयरेस्ट ऑफ द रेयर केस में ही रखा था. ठीक है. बट गवर्नमेंट ने सिर्फ सेलेक्टिव रिकमेंडेशंस लिए थे उसमें से भी. ओके, सो यू शुड बी नोइंग अबाउट दिस, अवेयर अबाउट दिस. सो वे फॉरवर्ड में वहाँ पे यही लिखना है, रेयरेस्ट ऑफ द रेयर केस व्हेन लेट्स से द क्राइम दैट इज डन इज ऑफ इनह्यूमन नेचर, इट इज नॉट रिस्पेक्टिंग ह्यूमन एज अ ह्यूमन. In such cases, it needs to be, given a right message to the society, members of society, that it is not, let's say, accepted. Okay, and also rule of law. ठीक है. यही है, examine the proposition of abolition of death penalty with reference to relevant judicial precedents. ठीक है. ऐसे क्वेश्चन को आप डील कर सकते हैं. Now, moving on. In HAST, we are talking emergency use approval given to the vaccines for children, recent decision by the government. Okay, so 2 COVID-19 vaccines, Corbavax for children 5 to 11, Covaxin for children 6 to 11. Earlier, Covaxin was given approval for 12 to 18, Corbavax was also given for 12 to 18. Now, some of the arguments, like unlike adults, children in general or little children particularly do not suffer from severe disease after infection. This is now established accepted reality. Also, the 4th seroprevalence survey of ICMR after second wave of pandemic, it was found that 57% of children in this age group and 61 in this age group 10 to 17 were infected by this virus. So they had antibodies already in their body. Okay, so from this aspect one can easily understand the decision is taken in very we can say inappropriate on the basis of lack of evidence regarding this effectiveness of vaccines. ठीक है. जब वैक्सीन्स डेवलप हो रहे थे last year, last to last year and last year, there was some kind of urgency to give vaccines to adult population because it was resulting into severe disease. At that time, let's say the trial data and all these things had less importance. Although it is important, it was important but less important. But now we can expect कि जो है ये वैक्सीन्स का डेटा जो आ रहा है उसको peer review करना चाहिए, and it is not peer reviewed yet. Okay, so how these vaccines are having or may have long term impact on the children, ये भी काफ़ी important है. ये एक थोड़ा सा इमोशनल डिसीजन लिया है गवर्नमेंट ने, बिकॉज पीपल पेरेंट्स आर कंसर्न अबाउट देयर चिल्ड्रन. कुछ केसेस आए हैं कि वो स्कूल में उनको इन्फेक्शन हुआ है ऐसे वगैरह, सो उसकी वजह से ये कंसर्न है. सो इन एनालिसिस वी शुड अंडरस्टैंड दैट ऑल्दो लेट्स से बिकॉज ऑफ रीओपनिंग ऑफ स्कूल्स children are vulnerable for infection, but one should not be worried here regarding these infections. One should worry about, let's say, the learning loss. Yesterday we discussed in detail one article, and the schools needs to be reopened or they need to be kept open even if, let's say, a certain number of cases are increasing, because that is going to happen. And majority of population has let's say resistance against this disease now, especially children, because children are less susceptible for severe disease. Okay, so the focus should be on ensuring educational recovery and learning recovery rather than we can say concern about this. Second aspect is evidence based policy making. Evidence based policy making. Okay, so government is not taking, let's say, scientific aspect before, let's say, devising the policy here in COVID-19. ये पिछले 2 साल से हमने देखा है, and this has been criticized a lot even by the scientific community. You should also know that these approvals which are given for vaccines to the children, these approvals are, you know, not given or not accepted by, recommended by this body. इसको bypass किया गया है, and this body is the apex body for approval of any kind of vaccines in the country. It is scientific body. Okay. Yes. So you should be aware about how government is taking certain decisions not on the basis of data or scientific data, or we can say that science. तो ये एनालिसिस में आप बोल सकते हैं. Now, yes, we are talking about this. Try to give the answers to these questions. Everyone, online students also.
First one, Bharat Munish and Natya and Nritya.
First one, who codified the Natya Shastra? Yes. So answer is Bharat Muni. And what are the 3 essential elements of art form?
Natya, Nritya and Nritya.
हाँ. What is the meaning of that?
Expression and
Okay. So what you said is correct. Natya, Nritya, and third one was Nritya. Okay. So one is dance, other is drama, and one is music actually. उसको 3 ये जो essential elements है. Then what was the tradition, form and name of Bharatnatyam earlier, originally performed in temples, and who was instrumental in bringing the dance form to the public at large? Bharatnatyam. Originally it was called as Sadir or Sadirattam. It is also called as Dasiyattam because it was earlier performed by Devdasis. Sadirattam or Dasiyattam. and it was largely brought to public. Rukmini Devi Arundale, very famous name. Okay, Rukmini Devi Arundale. Now, which dance form uses Jayadeva's Geeta Govinda extensively? Recently हमने cover किया था ये. Odissi dance form. Okay. Next question. Which dance form's name literally translate to dance of enchantress? Yes, good. Mohiniyattam. Mohiniyattam from Kerala. Okay. Then Satriya, one of the classical dance form recognized by Sangeet Natak Academy, originates from Assam. Satriya. Okay. It is also included in UNESCO heritage, intangible heritage. Satriya dance form. In Kathakali, the makeup known as pacha or green is allotted to which of the characters? थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही डिटेल में है क्वेश्चन. सो बेसिकली मेनी कैरेक्टर्स आर देयर एंड वन कैरेक्टर इज who is very pious, gentle and noble character in that drama. Okay, that person is called let's say pacha. उसको वो ग्रीन मेकअप और उसका जो हेड गियर होता है वो ग्रीन कलर का होता है. ठीक है, तो वो भी कुछ हम डिटेल्स याद रख सकते हैं. देन गिद्दा, सम्मी, किकली आर द फोक डांस फ्रॉम विच ऑफ द स्टेट्स? वेरी गुड, पंजाब. ओके, गिद्दा सुना होगा आपने. ठीक है, फोक डांस फॉर्म, इट इज फ्रॉम पंजाब. Okay, so folk dance forms or classical dance forms, they are part of our syllabus. Prepare them in detail for prelims as well as mains examination. ठीक है, folk dance forms जो होते हैं वो प्री के लिए important है, classical dance form mains के लिए important है. Okay? Yes. India Bangladesh discuss high level visits. So our external affairs minister is visiting Bangladesh and Bhutan. So basically one important issue that was in news is related to this rapid action battalion of Bangladesh, which is accused of extrajudicial killings. Because of that, US had put some sanctions on Bangladesh regarding funding. Okay, and Bangladesh is requesting indirectly India to to request to US to let's say lift these US sanctions. तो देखते हैं कि इंडिया क्या उस पर डिसीजंस लेता है. But our external affairs minister has clearly gave this message: India may not go public about this if it involved a third country, that is US. Publicly तो नहीं बोलेगा, indirectly indoor meetings में शायद रिक्वेस्ट किया जा सकता है. Okay, and now he is going to visit Bhutan also, तो उसके बारे में हम follow up रखेंगे next. Okay, yes. So simple questions from art and culture. Okay, there can be match the following type of questions regarding, let's say, from which state a particular dance form origin. तो ऐसे क्वेश्चन यूपीएससी ने पूछा है प्रीलिम्स में. सी आजकल एक ट्रेंड आया है यूपीएससी का पिछले 2-3 साल में. What they will write is in the question statement 2-3 such names they will write and they are related to which of the following. Okay, they are concerned with which of the following. ऐसा वो statement बना रहे हैं. Even in geography उन्होंने जो है राजस्थान के कुछ लेक्स के नाम लिख दिए थे लास्ट ईयर और बोला था कि ये क्या है. तो सॉल्ट वाटर लेक्स वॉज द करेक्ट आंसर, है ना. तो दिद्वाना लेक लिखा था ना उसमें एक. तो वो ऐसे नाम्स लिख रहे, ये नेम लिख रहे हैं यहाँ पर और वहाँ पे नीचे बोल रहे कि ये किससे रिलेटेड है, ये क्या है. तो आर्ट एंड कल्चर से भी ऐसे क्वेश्चन आए हैं. ओके, सो यू शुड बी नोइंग दिस, टिपिकल नेम्स आर देयर. और आर्ट एंड कल्चर हिस्ट्री में बहुत डिफिकल्ट होता है याद रखना. तो आपको स्कोप क्या है, 3 में से एक को सेलेक्ट करिए, कुछ भी हो जाए एलिमिनेट करके आपको एक याद रखना है. So you should be able to remember that. तो यूपीएससी इज नॉट एक्सपेक्टेड कि सारा याद रखे ना, वो 2-3 नाम दे रहे हैं, ठीक है, तो वो आपके लिए थोड़ा सा इजी भी है।
इस क्वेश्चन में तो सर गिद्दा से पता चल गया।
हाँ
पंजाबी।
राइट, सो अदर 2 नेम्स सामी, तो सामी साउथ इंडियन लगता है थोड़ा सा,
सही तो
तो गाना भी आया था ना अभी कुछ।
सामने।
हाँ, तो ऐसे कंफ्यूज नहीं होना है यहाँ पर, ठीक है, इसलिए आपको थोड़ा सा स्पेसिफिक नॉलेज भी ज़रूरी होता है। और देन यूज़ लॉजिक, एलिमिनेशन मेथड, सारे एक साथ लगाना है वहाँ पर। ओके, सो आंसर हियर इज पंजाब। ओके, एनी क्वेश्चन? फाइन देन, लेट अस स्टॉप।